none of this makes sense. Why did you do this? Why didn't you do this? She got really mad at me for the entire 30 minutes is on this massive rant of why this shouldn't have worked.
Nice.
And why it was a bad idea to even do said
You
thing.
guys should be best friends. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
The fact that only Sean knows what the main plot of this story is.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I not included in this?
Ow! Because you didn't go to the Shadowfell.
Fair point. Sorry, you were saying.
Tanner, do you want that? You seem interested in that creature. Do you want it to leave?
Yeah.
Leave?
The long stuff?
You said it was sort of falling away.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
I was interested
It's
until Quinn
walking away.
properly described it, and
There's
it's
a
like
picture of it. It's
I
adorable.
can't see from here. It's too dark. I know you have light sensitivity, but I have light insensitivity.
Guys,
Yeah, no.
soon when I get my schoolwork, I can do it every day.
It's just that it's A,
Mom said
Massive.
I'd be able to get a YouTube
B.
channel.
extraordinarily
So
hot,
then
and
I'm
C,
gonna name myself
it's
Stormcloud
sort of-
and
You
do
dump it
and
on-
do
dump
animations
water
for
on
all my
it?
ships.
it's not, I wanted to keep it as a pet. It's like only,
Well, I was going to Phantasmal Force a nice feel around it.
the problem with that though,
Phantasmal Force isn't
is,
like that.
No, but he would have thought that it had ice around it and would have probably not wanted to try passing through that.
the problem with that monster though is it's kind of small, and then extremely heavy, and then it's lava.
Yeah.
My problem with that is that is actually surprisingly going to be fucking hot.
You're right.
Lava in itself is fucking hot.
Well,
And then you've compressed it to that size.
I mean, you should all technically be dead, but
Yes.
you know game logic.
I mean,
And with that, Wispy thing comes back in at max speed, spins around Ruby's head a few times, making little tinging sounds, and flies around the room in some kind of panic that Arcellus obviously still doesn't notice.
So it's going to be a little bit different now. And we're certainly starting to cool off.
yeah.
That is
Or
amazing.
it's still like,
Not cool enough. It is,
And then
if anything,
I
getting a
have
little hotter still.
or it's still walking in circles.
Yeah, that's keeping it moderately not gonna
Okay.
kill us.
I'm going to put.
Fine, he also cast...
and then I have this.
Ice Knife. I'm gonna kill everyone with ice.
Ice Knife is either a race slot or a spell slot.
It'll be a race slot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can... I don't have a bit of the spell, so...
Yeah, that would be a
then
race
I found the
and
random
expansion
thing.
thing. You can only use it
That
until
is
long.
kind of cute, actually.
What about Ray Frost?
I concur.
Right, Frost, yeah, you can just be
Back to there now.
Okay, I just spam that then.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just hit with a ceiling, you know.
Okay.
We'll start dripping down.
There is now the room is slightly flooding a little bit now,
Boy.
but it's all turning to steam.
Oh, lovely.
Of course.
You're in a sauna now, but it's a moderately temperatured sauna
How?
because he's spitting ice everywhere.
My eyes.
And this, mind you, this is counteracting the lava monster's heat.
It's ice!
Freaking going ice into lava.
I love that show. I love that show so much.
When he was Mr.
I
Freeze,
haven't
it's just
watched
like,
that anime yet.
You definitely
Schwarzenegger
should.
did.
Oh, from the Batman.
If I do
Yeah.
watch
Oh, yes.
that, then let's
Yes.
watch
It's
free
ice.
anime.
Anime Haven.
Get to the chopper. With the ice.
When you know what the best part about videoing this is that people get to see like how chaotic D&D is, like usually, and then see how well you as a DM like are able to like control this to a level where it's actually playable.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I've
no,
seen that
actually
one.
happened. So yeah,
You guys haven't seen serious D&D yet, though.
I have seen
Damn,
series.
it's boring.
No, it depends.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Like,
Should I unleash
people
hell on
having
this
to read
creature?
spells and then, like, not using
You know, I think I should unleash hell on this creature.
Ugh. Ugh.
I think it depends. Like if you get like there's a vibe balance.
Ah!
I'm not
There
saying
is.
we have that
Starts
vibe
yelling, hey,
balance.
listen.
I know they have people
I
next
didn't
door.
make her this annoying!
No.
That person next door. Look.
What?
Well, I think we both know who that is.
Yes.
Oh my god, why? I need to joke.
But yeah, no,
We
it's
both
gonna
remember you getting
start.
up on stage and stuff.
It slows down a
I'm
little
pretty
bit.
sure I didn't make her to be like this.
It's like I rolled a natural 20.
It's
Twice.
situational.
Okay, fine.
I was trying to play the trickster kind of thing with sneaking away without you noticing.
Yeah,
That felt like the right thing. And then this part is
I didn't-
situational to a race. It's race.
okay, fine.
Okay.
Sure, we'll go with it. We'll go
So
with
we're
it.
doing a magic trick then.
short while.
Yeah. I'm moving out of this water that's accumulating on the floor and getting up on that pole in the centre of the room.
Just sitting there, just...
Sitting there, I've still got my rapiers out, but they're like facing down in, and I'm just like surveying that door.
Okay. So now that you can see easier out of the curtains, you can see there are actually a few of them out there,
Oh, wonderful.
as well as all your gold and a few dead orcs.
They're dead.
Dead.
Can I try to figure out what killed them?
They look mostly burnt and trampled.
Okay, well that answers my question.
Well, so
The
You know what, I think I have-
random guy, who is random,
That
is
is
going to say, "My apologies, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I feel like that might be appropriate now that..."
Yeah, I
Hold
do.
on. Can I
do
persuade
believe.
him to name himself Steve?
What?
I want to say, "Hey, Steve." I want him to like say his name is Steve.
I
His
was
name,
this close to naming him that, actually.
his name is now Steve.
I don't get it, but okay.
Why does this happen all the time?
His name is now Steve.
I do believe we're in a spot to
No,
pause,
it's
though.
Steve.
Really? What tipped you off, genius?
Thank you, John.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Good.
He goes, "Hey everyone, my name is Steve. I am completely useless."
Really?
With a flourished bow.
I should name him Greg then.
I'm probably just gonna say, "Hi, my name's Yuki. Apparently, I'm a lolly."
He steps away from you, kind of cautiously, just eyes you.
FBI open up.
You just see a car like look up and
I
think,
feel like
yeah,
I should just
hi
be like-
Steve, we do appear to be in a little bit of spot of bother. I'm kind of melting over here. No one's doing anything about it.
I say, we do appear to be in a lot of bother. Really? What tipped you off, genius? I
Do you
should
want
have
a
done
cup of tea?
So my question is, the gold that's out there with the lava monsters, do we see silver and copper there as well, or just the
Are
gold?
they not melting?
that. Yeah,
Silver
that's
copper.
fine.
There are patches of it melted, yes.
Which one?
Uh,
Very important.
Mixed.
Okay.
Including gold?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
it's
there's
gold.
platinum and gold.
Oh, there's also platinum out there.
Yeah.
Which is partially melted.
So, I
Doesn't
want to ask
platinum
a
have a
question.
higher melting temperature than gold, or am I misremembering?
Copper
It
has the
should,
highest.
it should, definitely should.
Copper's like 1600, gold's like a little less than that. So copper's like
Gold is-
1600 and something. Copper melts,
Lowest, I believe.
no, silver's 900 and something.
Oh yes, and George has her dagger out
Wait, hold on.
ready and is
Wait,
slinking towards the door, cautiously about to look out.
I'm here to ruin your plan.
Is she
So,
wearing like children's
Silver
clothing?
melts at, what, 900 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, 957, I think.
It's melting. How are we not? How am I still wearing
my
tank?
God.
Why am I...
Oh my god, Ryan.
Why am I
Oh,
Jesus Christ,
Mario
right?
is doing his best.
Anyways, I
It's
continue.
also relevant. Like,
Argonaut.
you have to be quite close to that.
Guys,
Yes, of
we
course.
need cotton things because cotton
Of
protects
course.
us
Not
from the
in
sun.
temperature.
Like, get the goddess
I
protection.
used to think that cotton
Actually,
was
can I do
cheap,
that?
but I was
Oh, you want
wrong.
my stuff.
Yeah, you were. Where was I? Yes, there are multiple factors as to why you're not melting right now.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, am I melting?
And yes, they are scientific, reasonable ones.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Did any of them include Schrodinger?
Fucking...
Bye, Quinn.
You know, Pokemon pulled that on me the other day as well.
Have you broken?
We broke the Quinn. It's a cat. I'm gonna hold my egg charm and hope
Is he
I-
coming back?
He'll be back.
Do whatever you say.
I'm up so high.
Anyway, so what do we plan to do? I mean, I can just like, hopefully poly him off into something that's slightly more heat resistant,
I'm sorry. I
and
can't
maybe
continue
shape
this
cloak
one.
and telekinesis, and maybe get a bunch of gold.
I should actually probably
Jesus
stop,
Christ.
like, messing with Quinn like that.
I
Like,
walk.
for the,
You
sake,
should continue.
for the sake of, like, the story, 'cause I actually am interested in the story.
No, but you should still continue. You should still pay attention to the story, of course. No, you should still continue.
But I'm hindering the progress of that story.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
hindering the progress of that story, that's what bubbles me.
I just hope that Rose
Yeah, what do
busts
we?
in
What,
and comes and save us, or LaFawnda just
Actually,
busts
Sam,
in
what
through
the
the
hell is
wall.
he's back.
It's insane.
Yes,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
sure what's worse, Schrodinger's cats or spider toilets.
What?
Both at the same time.
And Quinn.
Very
I-
God
spider
damn it,
mode.
Sean.
Quinn, I
Did you
laughed
just
so
say
hard I
how shooting
spat
is
out my
like
water
the
and
same
covered
freaking
my
sentence?
mouth to
No,
make sure
okay.
nothing else
Both
fell
at the
out
same
of my
time.
mouth.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so can I polymorph into one of them?
No, they're not a beast.
What?
Not a beast.
Can I? Do I know of a creature that is extremely heat resistant? With my vast amount of knowledge as Arcalis, who's read a lot of books, mind you. What now?
Roll survival.
And guys, after this, I will show you the funniest video on my.
Nope, I got 16.
16.
Wait, no, that's target.
Yeah, we're
Everyone.
really in trouble, guys.
Why?
Platinum melts at 1768 degrees Celsius.
And platinum's melting.
Yes.
Isn't like lava in it? Wait, no. How hot is the core?
Slot armor. Moving on.
Anyway, I rolled an
I'm
11.
glad you accepted the ways, my friend.
So, is heat
Way.
on its own an area effect?
Wait,
How
How can I join Dwayne?
Yes.
So technically, I
I'll
should be
do
able to.
lasers. Lasers.
Ooh, can I use this heat to
I should be
charge
able to move
something?
through this.
Can I, like, just fool my alchemist and, like, convert heat into
Technically,
something?
you could keep
I
rolling
guess
dodge
if you have the ability to do that with anything.
Yeah, because
And
it's an
then
area
if you-
effect to
yeah.
see if I can get through to the other side to find out what else is beyond this point. I could also be
Rogues.
completely emoliated in this.
Goddamn rogues.
So,
How much protection
Corridor
does
just
that
stops for a second
Does that have any
Heat.
thermal properties?
and just smiles.
Yes, so Corioto is
lasers?
fully aware of
No.
heat-proof lizards.
Heat what now?
Made from
Heat-proof
one.
lizards.
It basically
You know,
it would stop like say like
Whoever
like
made
the sun from cooking
nature.
you from the inside out.
It
Like
was,
that's accident.
it was like so what is that? What
Yeah.
What was it?
It would stop the sun from cooking you, but if like the room is hot, it's like going to stop
Fireproof lizards. Well, not fireproof. Heat-proof.
It doesn't change the ambient temperature.
Will
I
they
just
melt in
think
the
about
temperature?
trying to suck them all up.
If I would have summoned
they'll
one,
probably take a bit
Yeah,
less
that
damage
probably
in this
would.
temperature, but I doubt
It
anything but
do
fireproof
much
lizards.
about it. They would just it would absorb the energy. Which would
great.
Yeah.
But you don't know fireproof lizards exist.
Fireproof
That's for scrubs. And yeah.
Yeah.
Can I? So wait, how much gold is there? And
It covers the floor.
it just covers the floor.
It covers the floor in about this deep gold.
So we
Do
should
you guys really think we're screwed enough to like me having to summon all my chickens?
No, I just
Nice.
hope that Rose comes to save us, and
Roast chicken.
she. Or LaFawnda just.
Is the Hydra
busts
immune to
through
fire
the
or
wall.
resistant to fire?
Wait, really? Okay.
You know, they like kind of shoot fire. You kind of think they'd be resistant to
No, they
fire.
don't.
Hope that LaFawnda busts
No, they don't.
through a wall and saves us all.
If it's all you do.
LaFawnda won't appear unless I.
I know dragons are sort of like
Fell.
resistance to fire.
Yeah, it depends on the dragon, I guess.
Chloe's example.
Like, I
Chloe's
you know,
a special dragon.
Corridor stops and then just like
Don't you still have the dragon whistle?
yeah.
Possibly.
I
That's for
have
Florio.
dragon scale if anybody can
Who's that for?
fashion
Oh, the
that
wyvern,
into
right?
some sort of a shield or armor.
Good for
I can summon Ethoria later.
A Corridor is off like if you know Carlos translate, but like anyone want to leave like now?
Quinn,
Yeah,
you
I
mentioned the
really
lava
do.
monster was going somewhere away.
Yes.
I'll
Where
just.
is that going particularly?
So it went around the corner, so you couldn't see it anymore.
Can I go around that corner?
So looking around the corner, you now come into a room that's probably 2 or 3 times larger than this one. It is circular. There is another archway on the other side of the room that has partially burnt cloth on it. And there is another one at the back of the room that has proper stone doors. The room is littered with bodies of dead orcs that appear to be trampled and burnt, as well as a covering of gold. Patches here and there have been melted. There are about 10 of the little magma stompers around the room, as well as one that is 3 times as tall as them, but this one takes on looks kind of like an imp, without horns or leathers in its wings.
I'm going to assume it's the queen then.
And this one doesn't seem to be made of stone, but its entire body is just orange and looks like it's shifting a little bit.
Okay.
It's made of lava.
and it stands on its toes and just paws around. It has not noticed you or George. George is now looking around, like just starting to pocket a few bits of gold.
Hold on, I'll push them.
Good evening.
Yeah, no, it's not looking at you, and the others are mostly eating the orcs.
Okay. I'm gonna see about.
Except the one that you tried to come into your room. It's like circling around the big one and like stomping on the ground. And where it stomps, the gold seems to melt a tiny bit.
Doesn't compare to
I'm gonna go see one of the stone
the
doors.
vault of memes that I have.
Okay, do you want to make a stealth check to try and get past unnoticed?
That
Disadvantage, I believe.
15, and 3. 3 plus what's 5. That lava. What are they gonna do? Thermosense me?
Ching, 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 ching.
Okay.
George looks at you, looks back,
Then it explodes.
and shrinks back into the room out of sight. As the big one looks at you
And erupts in size.
and screams.
Oh.
Well, more roars.
Oh.
I like dash the door.
Yep, okay. As you dashing to the stone doors,
Dashing through the door, and one goes but 2 feet. Fuck.
I'll take that as a yes. You dash for the doors. All the other little ones like perk up their heads, look at you, chirp like little birds,
That is adorable.
and they start charging at you.
You're now food.
I'm so gonna
Do you want me to unleash more food?
You're toast.
You reach the door.
You have 10 seconds
bust
to react.
through the door.
Yeah, you just open the door and get through.
Basically,
Okay,
that
And then they slam into the door just as you put your back against it.
I just
Wait,
imagine the
what's
little
on the
ones
other side?
saying, "What's for dinner?"
On the
and then
other
the
side,
big one saying,
You see a much larger orc.
Okay.
Orc.
Is it
Yes,
dead?
orc. It is dead.
Yeah.
There are a few bits of gold weaponry and stuff around the room, as well as burnt parchments and whatnot. This appears to be the room of the head orc. That appeared to be the head orc, as it's
How
a
is it
slightly
gonna fit
different
through the
color
door?
and a bit bigger.
I'm gonna go quickly check for traps because I'm a little concerned about this room for some
Make a perception check. Everyone else, what are you doing?
I just imagine
wait,
You all see an army of the little things just
15.
charging in front of the doorway.
I
Oh, so
I
we
just
said go
imagine-
past
So
this.
there's a curtain
Wouldn't
and then
they
there's
have
a door.
like slam against the door though?
Yeah, you would
I
have
am
heard.
so confused by the layout of this room.
guys.
And 15.
Well, we can't get through the other room.
I want a 15.
So there's curtains and then there's
Hey,
a hallway,
Quinn.
and then where's the door? Where's the door that
I
you were
tried
talking
it around the
about?
corner.
Doors behind the curtains.
You went,
Hey,
went out the
Quinn.
you went through the curtains and out.
Yes.
I just imagine all of the
Gotcha.
little tiny chirpy thingies asking,
And-
"What's
and
for
where's
dinner?"
my
And the
door?
big one replies, "Tanner toast." Tanner is toast. And then they all charge. And are currently charging at Tanner. Tanner, you are toast.
Nah. I'm
That's a,
fine.
that's a good joke. I don't know, we can either leave, or, you know, we can try and get back our gold.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah.
So, oh yes,
Yeah, so that's
there was
boiling
one
up.
other part of this room that I completely forgot to mention. Can we ignore that map? Just ignore that map.
Okay.
So we have the room you guys started in,
How do you draw circles so well?
with our nice curtains here.
Nice.
The larger room with our doors here, curtain here, and I'll explain the last part once Ryan gets back, because he's the
Ryan
only one
went
who's
right.
seen it.
Sorry, no, I'm not saying.
Yeah, do you need to see?
Oh.
No, so Ryan went right to that door.
Ryan is in here.
And where are everything else?
Alright, so this would be...
I mean, like, where are them?
Yeah, I'm about to get to that. So this here, Ryan,
Yeah.
is clearly an exit to the cave, like out to the open. But it is half piled up,
With orcs.
yeah, with
And-
orc bodies that are slightly melted together.
Oh, that is
and weapons and
I'm
armor.
also
And
going to
stuff.
assume some of their skin is like too.
It's all like bubbling and smells pretty bad because orcs smell pretty bad.
Humans smell pretty bad
How
when
far
burnt too.
away-
Yeah, I know, but
like,
orcs smell pretty bad normally.
How far away is that from?
These are
as
all
someone
the
who
little
melts
somethings.
pig, I'm going to assume it smells a bit like that. Don't ask how I manage.
So that'd be all the little ones.
Is that all 6 all within 5 of them?
Oh, there's 10 of them,
Okay.
and that's the big one.
okay.
So,
I think I'm gonna dash for those curtains, but do it extremely quietly and make sure that I'm not seen. Like, walk around that edge and then sneak into the curtain room.
Roll stealth.
Okay.
That's a dex
How
check.
far is
okay,
I
question,
rolled
what's
an
the
11.
to check with us?
What size is that area? Sorry.
Hang on.
Yeah.
You're rolling
Stealth.
stealth. So you rolled an 11. It'd be +3. What's proficiency at the moment? 5?
Yeah.
7. So 18, yeah. Yeah, you can get around quite easily.
Sorry,
When I use this as Ruby. This is Tanner. And this is main party.
okay, so I want to know how far is the old body from the curtain?
Orc bodies are scattering all around this
Yeah,
room.
but how far are they? Like,
It's descriptive. Because there's a
like
lot of
away?
There are lots.
Like
All
at the door.
over
I mean,
the-
at the, like,
door?
in the rose door. Yeah.
50 feet?
Okay.
60 feet?
Guys.
Easy escape, actually.
It is. Yeah.
So yes, you're looking here. You see that this extends out into some kind of hallway that is more man-made. It breaks off here,
Man-made or orc-made?
probably orc-made, but
Okay. I'm gonna
I'm
walk
thinking of doing something
down that
stupid.
hallway
Alright.
Is
and
that-
look,
is that-
and
is
look
that
both
easy?
ways, like cautiously,
Yeah,
with
before we're moving
dagger
out, I'm
in
gonna try and kill
hand,
these
ready to
No,
slice
that's
throats.
different. I need to kill elves to do that. I can take the amulet off, but I'm not going to have any power. I was actually thinking of taking the amulet off and seeing if I could get Ruby to offer me some of her blood to see if that would be enough to get things kick-started. Just a little taste, just a little drink.
Anyway,
Or Yuki, jeez.
so
But I've got something else that might be stupid that I'm going to do.
Okay, I guess I'll just cut my finger with my dagger.
You're on the other side of the room right
I
now.
haven't done that right now. I was just I
But-
was actually.
but
having
I'm
a
over
job.
One of
there.
those, like, blood tests.
And you're over there.
Okay, so each group,
Yeah.
you find, luckily, a big wooden board that can be put into the door. Just next to the door.
So it's it again.
It's a big wooden board that can be attached to the
Oh.
door, so that one of the bars.
Okay.
Gross.
And it's
I
just
guess-
next to the door, so like in reach.
I'm going to do that, and I guess I'm gonna start collecting the gold and like
Okay.
other things I can see.
There's a total of probably 20 gold and 67 silver.
is it just a square room? Is that what you want? Square room?
Yes, he's in the square.
Is that like a full square room? Is like no exit?
Yep, no exits to the room.
Like 50 silver?
57.
50 silver.
Okay, so Courier and Palace are just gonna
How about how much
well,
you
Shade Cloak is missing step to the other cloak. Sorry, Shade Cloak and Shade Cloak and missing step to the other black one. Just gonna run and like missing step off.
Oh, over here? Okay, so you're with
I have an extra 10 on my back.
Okay, and now it's just you, George, and Steve.
I cast
It's a
Erupting
compliment.
Earth on that group of.
That's dex save, right?
That is a dex save.
So what did you
Not
do?
looking great. They got 18.
What's my spell save? That's my spell save, isn't it?
Yep.
15.
Okay, so they pass. I believe they take half damage then, right?
It takes 3d12 damage on a failed save. Half as much
Yep, so
unsuccessful.
roll damage then.
So
3 12. Can you half 3 12? You've got 2.
You roll. No, you roll all of them and then half the result.
Right.
I've got any
You need D12.
D12s out. Sorry. Wasn't expecting to be doing that one, but I'm even going to use all the fire ones.
Well, fitting. Maybe you can burn it.
4, 9, 17, half of that 8.
8.
And that's a for me.
Okay. Alright. So, you cast your spell, you feel a slight shake of the earth as in that area the earth breaks up and then shoots upwards, scattering coins and little specks of magma into the air. The creatures jump around a bit and some of them seem to like chirp in pain. It's hard to tell. They really do just sound like small birds.
Bonus action. I'm going to try and hide. Is there any? Well, I'm in that room still, right?
Yeah, you can hide behind partial curtains.
Yeah. I'll attempt to hide.
Cool.
You your eye revealing to do that.
Quinn, does my eye revealing actually do anything?
Yeah, it reveals what normally can't be seen.
I mean, you might
So
as well
it'll
do
reveal
What
magical auras and
What
hidden
does the
rooms.
eye revealing reveal in this room?
It does reveal a little secret room.
God, Sean, you were right. It's actually useful.
miracle!
Thank you. Appreciate the
Praise.
praise.
I'm gonna go into that room.
Okay, so it's a tiny room, probably like a meter by a meter, and there's a treasure chest in there.
Sweet. So I remember that. Yeah. So that's about the size of my room now. Gotcha.
Remember how I said I was going to do something stupid?
Yeah.
Unless there's another exit out there, I just realised I've blocked Dory.
Nice one.
It's
I'll
fine.
take a way out.
Difficult terrain until.
You can Misty Step and
Oh yeah.
Shake Light. I mean, Shake
Oh, so maybe not as stupid as I thought it was.
Life, huh? Finds a way.
Oh.
You found a chest. Whoa.
I find magical items. No. What do I find?
Okay, so you're opening the chest.
Yeah.
Can you please roll a dex save?
Deck. Oh, wait.
Oh boy.
It's gonna take a minute.
Oh boy. Didn't I really reveal that there?
Is a 9.
It revealed
No,
the secret,
8.
and then you didn't use it on the chest.
Yeah,
8.
I would expect it to be
Okay, so you open it up, and the chest breathes a gust of cold air at you.
8. Cool. Do I freeze?
No, it's only 11 cold damage.
Wait, maybe actually not using this.
Can you like manhandle that chest out into the?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it stops, and you're able to drag the chest out. Inside the chest is a golden mace.
Is it melting? I mean, obviously it would be at the moment, but like, is it going to melt?
Inside the chest is Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, I'm handing him right now.
Eyes.
Eyes. Yeah, probably
Wait, does that mean
first word.
Kansas is a real thing in this universe? Then?
Could be.
We like, we
There
like,
If I can have Batman and Commissioner Gordon, I can't see what we can't have.
You can. So yes, there's a golden mace, 2 rubies, an emerald, and about
Hold on.
50 silver pieces.
Oh, give me a moment.
Please.
You rich.
Give me a moment.
compared to us, yeah.
You know, the idea of this dungeon was to get rid of your money.
Yeah, I
Say-
was
say
aware of
that
that.
again, Quinn?
So 2 rubies.
Yep.
1 emerald. A golden mace. And 50 silver pieces.
You just like see the statue of the sneeze.
No, she's staring intensely at Sherman Party.
Oh, she's
Da,
staring at
da,
us.
da, da.
Just the actual statue is staring directly at your group identifier. But no, it's looking at the door.
I like how we just abandoned Steve and what's her name? George.
Yeah.
But John, he's completely useless.
He didn't ask for our help, so I guess we didn't have to help him.
Why would he? He's completely useless.
He didn't ask for our help. He could have asked for our help.
That's the.
Can I?
You stop doing that.
Lauren, can I
Are
pull
you
the
okay?
right?
That might
Exploring to the right. Ruby, will you follow?
Oh. I'm an idiot.
Just
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work anyway.
does.
And Ryan, when you said like when you said the Queen is Cancer like a thing in this realm,
And what is in this
I
room?
remembered a
Beds.
day where I
Beds
came across a
and
video
haystacks and a
that said
few
anime
little
is cancer.
bits of meat and
I was like,
stuff.
What? What kind of
Yeah.
logic is that?
Sorry, what bed
People like
playing
hate
did
anime,
it to
can we
me?
get
Yeah.
that?
The beds are like maybe 3. It's mostly just little sacks of hay with pillows on them.
The pillows?
There are pillows on the sacks of hay, but not on the beds.
Can I take all 3 pillows?
Oh, pillows.
Oh no, there are a lot more pillows than that.
I thought you
There's a
said
pillow per
pillows.
stack of hay.
Can I
Are they
take
pillows
the
or
fluffy,
pillows?
Can I take the fluffy pillows? The 3
Yes.
Pillows. Okay.
And somehow fit them somewhere.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, we set it everywhere.
I think you've done
Not
it.
only from the photos.
I think that semi-plane's pretty close to being full now, I think.
It is pretty much full.
It's debatable. We looked up the spell and it should definitely be full.
Yeah.
Like,
It's 30 by 30.
it should have the Hydra takes up half of it, and then the chickens fill up the rest. But we're modifying it because it's demi-stone, not the spell.
Yeah.
That the door can be enlarged and the room expands, and it's not made of wood or stone. It's made of ethereal.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, magical items
It
need
does
more
have
power.
a slight limit to how much it can expand. Like, you're not going to make an entire world in that.
Damn.
So I
But
can't make
it can
Minecraft.
expand a fair bit.
Can I slowly expand it into a world?
Is it bigger or smaller than Minecraft?
A little small. It's Minecraft PlayStation. Which is a lot smaller than
The
PC.
PlayStation 3?
Sorry, yes.
Okay,
Damn it. So please.
You could probably fit
Because they
both school ovals.
the newer PlayStation.
Pardon?
You probably
four
fit the
and
skull on
other
that.
ones are
The school, like the longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
much bigger now.
I'll bite.
So that means, like, you know, they have so much room to move. Oh yeah, there's also the dragon thingy in there too.
Yeah, the hell here.
We don't know, it's just shredding a dragon at the moment because, you know, we don't actually know if it's dead or alive. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, what's in this room? Pillows. Yes, I grabbed the pillows and
Yes,
just
you
hold
got
on
3
to them.
pillows.
I just used my pen and touch hand and just hold on to them. You see,
What are you doing in this room?
I'm not there.
Is there anything interesting in the room?
Haystacks and pillows. And a guy with elbows.
I'm just
not
gonna-
going to die anytime soon.
You're right. I found out that I have elbows
Whenever
and
you
knees.
say elbows, I just think since his hands are nubs, I think that his elbows are literally just like little potatoes.
It's like, come on, man, you're acting like somebody just
It's
discovered
probably
that
very
elbows.
anatomically
I discovered
impossible.
legs. Deku discovered legs. Like Deku discovered legs, like I discovered elbows. That was really funny, but that's really funny. Anyway,
That was hilarious.
yes.
What
Anyway,
do you want?
can I check the haystack? Can I find a needle in a haystack?
Yes, you do find a needle on the haystack.
Okay, well, sorry, I fix that up. With its nubs.
That is a archway where you can clearly see outside world, but it is half covered in dead orcs, weaponry, and armor. That's all melted together.
Really just want to, like, take all this gold and just cast it into something. Can I cast it into, like, Cloud's Buster Blade and just, like, make a gold Buster Blade?
Red group.
I mean, we're overlooking the fact that molten gold wouldn't be something we could just pick up and put into our pockets, right?
We'd probably burn our
we
pants.
Assuming that it's cool enough that we can pick it up and
What, the golden floor?
yeah, the molten stuff.
Oh, the molten stuff. I wouldn't assume that if I were a sane person.
Yeah, no. That's why I was just trying to determine where we were on that.
Yeah, so George is going to look to you for advice, and Steve is going to ponder the situation.
I asked Steve if he has any special abilities.
Well, as I said earlier, I am completely useless. But I mean, I reckon I know my way around the flute.
I wouldn't wait for him to like completely lose himself and stuff.
Can we just use him as bait and he plays like a loud out of tune song and then all of the molten lava monsters come and use
I mean, people back in my hometown, they enjoyed when I played that during the nights, and the few people that I've joined up for camping, they've really found it quite refreshing.
Gosh, I really just want to cuss this guy with like the cuss melody from.
That would be great. Okay, so he's got a magic item.
Yeah.
And when you take a long rest, you can listen to this magic item's song. And you need to make a wisdom check. If you pass the wisdom check, you get cursed. If you fail it, you take a long rest instead of a short rest.
That's not how it works.
It is. That's how
That's
it's
how
works.
it is now.
Okay.
You have to fail the
Yeah, I know,
save
that's
to get
correct.
the long
But like
rest.
the long rest and short resting isn't. So when you take a short rest, you can make it a long rest by listening to
Yeah,
the
by
song.
listening to the song.
You didn't say that, you said it the other way around.
Oh, whatever. But yeah, if you pass, you get cursed, where you become deathly afraid of music and bards. And if you hear a song, you take damage.
Oh wow!
Is that like
Is that
anxiety
permanent?
damage?
That is until the
Do you
orb is
next?
destroyed, or the bard who owns it cures you of.
I have to
But
make
you're definitely afraid of bars.
You're deathly afraid of bards.
Oh my
and it has
God.
to be attuned to a bard.
I love it. No, that's actually
I
amazing.
didn't think of that.
So you're basically deathly afraid of the cure.
And he's a walking instrument, as well as a bard.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Mine's terrifying.
Yeah. I'm even more terrifying when I don't know what I did to you guys. and I killed you.
item. Yeah, during regular play, it just gives minor buffs and debuffs to enemies and allies during combat.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I should use that.
It's like really minor. It's like plus 1d6 damage.
I mean, I could just use it, and like, I don't have to do anything with it.
I guess plus,
Yeah.
I guess plus 1d8.
Exactly.
How high is this room that we're looking into?
Looking into it is probably 30 feet high.
30 feet.
Pretty tall.
I mean, it's nice.
Can I see anything in the ceiling?
Just stalagmite? Tights. Hands.
Is there anything else in this room?
No.
Can I like thoroughly check everything and waste my time?
Sure. You are doing that now.
So this statue that's in the middle,
That's not a statue.
it's not a statue.
It's a giant imp
It's just
monster.
a giant imp monster. Okay. It's looking at the door right now.
Yes. Looking at the door, hissing, snarling.
Snarling.
Sorry. You should eye revealing on the mace and see if it has anything cool.
Later, I still have the next one.
I'm going to try and convince Steve to run out and get some of that loot that's in the room.
This is the part where he dies.
Alright, convince me.
Convinced twin.
I convinced him his name is Steve. This shouldn't be too hard.
Right.
Dude, there's so much money out here. If only we had a way of getting out there. This is not very convincing. No.
You should tell him that if you play your loot well enough, they'll let you steal the gold.
Hey, wait. Oh, when you're saying loot, you're talking about an
The
actual instrument.
Yeah, the
Oh!
guitar.
I'm sorry. I missed.
So did we like make you like think the kind of loot or something?
So he has a loot that he knows his way around a loot. Is he a bard? Are you a bard?
I consider myself one, yeah.
Oh God. I hate it. I hate that phrasing. I consider
He's a
myself.
level 1. He's a level 1 bard.
He is.
He's a
level 1
I'm
bard.
sorry, metagaming, but he's a level 1 bard.
Yes. But it gets better. He knows 2 spells.
That's great.
Does he know what those two? Does he know that he knows two spells?
Yes.
Excellent.
I know these two spells are too.
Wait.
Why do I feel like they're light spells?
Imagine he has a
The level
necro
one
step.
I feel like they're light spells.
The light spells?
You'll
Yeah.
see.
No.
It's actually got really in-depth meaning behind his two spells
Really?
that you won't find out because you don't
We're gonna
know
kill him.
the history behind this character.
We're gonna kill him, that's
Yeah,
why.
I'm not even there. Speaking of which, I'm going to try the chest again
Okay.
because I want to loot it
You
properly.
open the chest again.
Yeah.
It's empty.
Okay. In that case, I continue back to looting the entire office then.
Yeah, you find the stuff you found before.
Cool. So there's
Weren't
nothing
you in the
else,
middle
no
of
doors.
persuading someone? Damn it, Ryan!
What?
Don't butt in.
I was mid-conversation. You know that.
Do you want to make conversation?
Daisy says otherwise.
Fine, continue.
You
Convince-
said- I was convincing because I thought he was into loot. Not,
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I'm leaving
Um,
it.
you said you're useless. Why do you think you're useless?
Well, I've got no real skills. I mean, sure, I can play a good tune or two, but almost everyone who actually plays music is much better than me. Other than that, I haven't done much in my time.
Friendly reminder that my character knows how to play the triangle.
I reckon you play it better than this guy.
But it's a bard. Surely you have some vested interest in other things other than just playing music. You must have
I
some.
mean, I don't mind a good amount of conversation, walking around the place. Yeah, I like seeing the
Do you
sights.
have any bardish repertoire?
There is this one bar I frequent, and the guys around there tend to enjoy my songs. But more as like, just we know this guy, he's a local, he's good, he's great, he plays okay music, we enjoy it, it's just a good time kind of thing,
Have you learnt anything during your studies?
Frogs are not edible. Despite what that one would like to say.
Frogs are completely edible. Not all of them, but parts of frogs are definitely a food source.
Okay, well, last frog I tried eating, I was sick for like 4 weeks after that.
You ate
that's probably a toad.
Food.
Yeah.
Stay away from the pituitary gland.
Stay away from Queensland spot.
Yes. That's a place in a far, far, far away place.
It was a little
Not
red
even-
one
I'm not
with
even
black
mad.
stripes along its body. It was
Oh, no.
kind of cute.
Stay away from the red frogs. Do you
Stay
know
away
any
from
spells
anything
per se?
shiny.
Spells? Oh yeah, I
Careful one.
got
Is that a natural one from hearing check?
I'm sorry, but that's just great. That is the truest form of inflict self-harm
You are now
by
dead.
now in that one.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do after this.
Please only use hand signs now to communicate for the rest of the session.
Okay,
For what?
so
Okay.
where were we? Yes, I know a spell or two. Not the best, but I know a spell or two.
What have you got in your repertoire that might help us?
Ah,
I've been
I've
going
got-
through mine.
I've got the quite unused because I'm usually traveling with clerics. Cure wounds.
Andy,
Yes. And my other one. Most people tend to shy away from it and ditch me after I tell them. I know Ray of Sickness.
Wait.
Why is that so amusing to you? What?
It's a polarization.
Yes.
What's my specialty? Oh, I can make people sick and then cure them. You know, like a normal person.
no, don't you understand? This is actually this is the makings of like
This
a
is a-
serial killer.
He's like a doctor during the day, but at nighttime he's the person giving all the illnesses.
This is
Just to pull in more. Yeah, that's.
this is the equivalent of magical gaslighting.
Business model. It's not like doctors actually do that.
Huh? What? No. It's more like
This sickness ray that you have, what sort of effect would that have? Does that work on non-humanoids?
Oh yes, of course, it works on almost anything.
Except construction.
Including himself, what's the bet?
And only himself.
I want $5 if I win.
It only works on himself.
The only person I haven't seen it work on is that small girl who was already really, really sick. She passed away 3 days later. There was nothing
Hold
we
on,
could
let
do.
me get this shit.
Yeah.
Damn it. Hold on. This is Billy girl. This is Belle. It's really deathly sick. Let me just cast Ray of Sickness on her. No, that's beautiful. I'm sorry.
Guys, I made extremely gory nursery rhyme versions of the originals.
Is that even possible? What's the ability word gory?
Well, I made a scary Incy Wincy Spider one.
Yeah, that one's pretty gory.
George, we need to get out of here.
Spider went up the wall.
George really-
nods furiously and sets up dynamite against the back wall.
I'm sorry, what? He just said.
No, she doesn't have any dynamite.
Okay.
Okay. Can I leave the room that I've entered, please?
The door is jammed, even after you remove the bar.
Remember I erupting earthed it?
Yes. I didn't, but my character does not know.
Or your
Oh, that
That
character
doesn't
would've
work.
thought something. Don't you have blind sense?
No.
Okay, that's not you.
I'm sure we could set an explosive off on this door.
Cool.
Well, you've got,
Please take a
I
dynamite.
can't necrocept
you've
it.
got Arnold
Big
Schwarzenegger
pig.
in the chest there. I'm sure he's got like some C4 or something on him.
You could use the orc as a battering ram.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Make a strength check.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Ooh.
19? Yes, 19 plus 3. No, that's 4. 19 plus 3.
23.
19 plus 4 is 23, yeah.
Up! Breaks its skull.
Yeah, no.
Cracks open the door like this much.
You see.
Breaks its shoulders and the door swings open.
Nice.
The bleeding body drops limp to the ground. All of the stompers back off a bit like,
Can I pick it back up and throw it at the zombies and make a dash?
you would have to walk over them to do that. They're literally like shoulder to shoulder at this door. But you can definitely throw it into them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Plus it's
Could I use... No, okay, no, here's an idea. Totally unrealistic. But I'm going to throw it and then try and surf on the body
Strike?
to get over them.
Why is this unrealistic? That sounds perfectly feasible.
Okay.
Make a dex check.
Oh, I thought that would have been acrobatics, but there we go.
Oh yeah, acrobatics.
18 plus 1, so that's 19.
Okay, so you swing one. They all 1, 2, 3. You can't get on top of it, but you use its momentum holding onto its legs to yank yourself over. You let go as it's dropping, and you go a little further, rolling into the center of the room. With the orc's dead body lying here, and they all swarm around it.
Like the dead body?
And I really
Yeah.
wish you had been able to surf because I'm watching all of this right now, and I was going to get Steve to get the loot out and play some surf music.
The big one looks shocked at your feet, roars loudly, and all the little ones hunch back a little bit. Cool. Yours too.
So she's no longer looking at us now.
Okay,
She
so
was not.
did I perfectly
Oh,
see
she-
such
she
a room
wasn't-
tip
wasn't
head to
doing
toe?
that.
Make sure
She
there's
was
nothing
always
there.
looking here.
Oh,
It's
that's
just,
all right.
I was
She
just making a comment that the statue is literally looking right at you.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
But
So
the
she's-
actual monster was staring here. If you look at the statue, it's looking slightly left.
Yep.
And it was.
Okay, so does she still have her focus on our doorway, or is she now focusing on
It's
Tanner?
focusing on Tanner and the roof.
Excellent.
It never was focusing on you.
Okay.
Okay, Ruby.
Yeah.
And you.
So I searched the room. Yeah.
Yes, you've searched the room. It is void of anything
Of what?
but what I mentioned earlier.
Make it up. That'll do it. Seriously, what I can't even do. Check.
It's magic.
Do I check if there's magic? Do I sense if there's magic, or is a particular place that I just check?
You can't detect magic.
I
you don't know
believe
what's the
you.
magic.
I believe you use
Sure, I can.
arcane
That's
check
close
to,
though.
find what spells are being used.
Yeah, you use it on like, what does this magic item do? What was that spell?
Yeah.
What do these glyphs mean? That kind
So
of stuff.
can I identify what the hell Strand's amulet is enchanted with?
No. It's not enchanted.
It's blessed, isn't it?
That's something you would have to find out at a church or with a cleric, which the party neglected to choose. Oh, I guess Paladin might work.
Does it say?
I mean, yeah, but I think I do
Faith.
actually have cleric in here.
Faith!
I do. So, I mean, they're not there, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Faith!
What?
Whoa!
Oh,
I have Arceus' ring at home. I should have brought it.
What
I can make it.
I have Arceus' ring.
How long could somebody survive in the cube?
In the cube,
I know there's no air in here.
indefinitely, and it's just because of the way it stores things.
You mean like it's
It's
like
a
it's like a
PC
cryo tube?
box.
It just might sort of disorientate them when they come, and then they come out, like sort of like, cause sort of just like, if you're looking from like a super, sort of just in the middle, sort of like, how did I get here, sort of thing.
How did I get
Which
here?
can also lead them to
Have
fainting as
90
well, going a little bit crazy.
Okay, Ruby,
So the
what are you
long-term
doing?
effect is very short.
I think I will leave
These
the
are
room
short
and
effects,
head
long-term
down that
effects.
hallway.
Nothing,
Oh,
they tend to like fade over time.
This hallway breaks
Long
into
term, nothing really happens.
2
So I can
rooms.
Also, they don't age in the cube, so I'm not going to point out.
This one opens up instantly. You can see in here is a kitchen of some sort. It's very it doesn't have any like proper appliances like a fridge or oven or anything. It's really just a storage space with a few tables and knives.
Quinn, do you want me to give you like the technical specifications of the cube?
That would be great. I've asked for it like 3 times.
Happy, I forgot that.
That room you can't properly see in yet.
I'd like to walk in the kitchen and open every cupboard in the row and look for 10 plus for some reason.
You sent me, which I don't have.
There is no proper cooking utensils or anything.
Some
Is there a
information
stove?
in the cube that
No.
wasn't ready yet.
There's no stove.
No, there's
What is
just
here
a
then?
bunch
It's
of
just a bench
meat.
top and meat and knives.
Yep, and a few like barrels of wine and stuff, a few bits of fruit, dead mice. Ruby, what are you searching? Are you falling into the kitchen?
I am going into that room.
This room? So this room is filled with weaponry and mismatched bits of armor.
Okay.
Wait, have you played to Sonic?
I've seen a little bit of it. I think I've played like 10 minutes, maybe.
10 minutes isn't enough to get anywhere.
No, it's not. I barely remember the game.
I got an hour, got my shit working, so you know what? Fair enough.
So can I taste the barrel? I mean, taste the wine. The wine in the barrel.
Wine in the barrel? It is sweet red wine.
Sweet red wine.
Don't
red.
you stare start.
Why?
That was uncanny. It was like UB40 was right here in the room.
Eh, what? I'm sorry, are you complimenting my singing or like something else? I don't
Shum,
know what you said. But
your turn.
George,
Thanks,
Steve,
Yeah.
I need you to trust me, but this is really going to fuck you up.
George looks at Steve worriedly and kind of takes a step or two back.
I pull out the cube and I instruct it to suck them inside.
Yeah.
Okay,
Throw it over there.
it sucks Steve up. How well does the cube manage magic, by the way?
How well?
Yeah,
It depends on the magic item.
a sorcerer.
What level?
15? 16?
It might struggle.
And what about... Yeah, okay.
Because at that point, like, the magical energy is a bit much to, like, convert.
Okay, so,
It might radiate that energy away outside of it, and therefore that person might lose it.
okay, so it begins sucking, which shocks George. She slides forward a few steps before letting out a yelp, and massive gusts of wind start blowing in the opposite direction, like typhoon level.
I immediately stop the cube from trying to get her, but
It
last
sucks Steve in, flashes red, and explodes.
Shit.
Gold showers everywhere,
Dang.
and Steve hits his head on the ceiling. He is now unconscious again.
So everything in that cube is now out.
Yes,
Correct.
It's just gold, probably.
it was just gold from memory.
I think there was more
I mean,
in it.
from memory also, there was some stuff like a window.
No, the window's already been. That's already back at Traveller's Rest.
What else did we store from that campaign? I believe there are some weapons in there as well.
Everything that was in there from that campaign.
There was something that was going. Wasn't there a cube that was going to explode?
Really, that was that one.
That was that one, and it was repaired.
Okay.
Because I remember that was the one thing game.
Is there any part of that cube that survived, or is the cube completely destroyed?
I thought that was.
I can see it destroyed as well.
The cube remains very damaged.
Oh, goody.
All right.
I'm going to take a look at how I get in this world.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Well,
a
I still
goblin.
have means to contact fee, so
That's true.
Hello, Master. You have a 5% chance at. Don't mind me.
Yeah, okay, we thought
Just bad Nintendo references.
I make bad references all the time, it's fine.
I get the cube. Congratulations on getting the gold. I put the cube back in the jacket. Turn to George.
Wait to buy
Well, winds have stopped now, but it would have pushed you like just out of the room.
Any attention on me at the moment?
No.
Stealth.
Okay.
This is my system for you to know what's
Yeah.
going on, or to easily remember. George would have seen me, so she'd be obviously
Yeah,
aware of
she's-
where I am.
She's near you, but she's kind of cautious so that you can't pull anything stupid on her.
again.
So, talking to George, I say I should have explained more. I was going to stealth us across the room to get out of here past the creatures and restore you on the other side.
Oh.
Why not just roll stealth?
Because I don't know
I
what
mean,
their
I
stealth
understand
is going to be for
Steve,
Steve.
But, Steve.
I was going to try
Who
and
is it, like
have a
Minecraft?
healer with us,
I
but
was thinking more the monkey from Kaija's Return to Meeples.
Steve's unconscious at the moment, and I'm thinking
Hey,
Steve's
Quinn.
on his own now.
I wrote down a whole
I'll talk about that later.
extremely gory nursery rhymes, like Incy Wincy Spider ran up the water spout, came out through the toilet.
So
ran around
yeah,
the house.
I start scooping up at least some of the gold and getting that in my jacket.
So, your jacket can hold quite a bit, pretty sure.
Okay.
So,
Jackets.
all of it?
How much would the jacket hold? I can't imagine it could hold all of it. That was half a room's worth of.
I'm
I
literally
I don't think it was
facing
half the room. I'm pretty sure
towards
you saw it pretty much the entire room.
It was
No, Harry had already. I had
It's 200
250,000.
200 platinum bits.
No, it was 250,000. Oh, okay, so I had 250,000 gold from that room, but Harry had already looted 200,000 or 250,000 himself into the bag of holding. So, right now this is DM's discretion as to what I could actually pick up and get into that jacket.
Yeah.
Did this kid George like whisk it away with a wind?
I believe.
You'd probably fit like 1,500. I'll go with that.
I know there's technical descriptions of the key on this laptop somewhere.
Yeah, you have to send that all to me.
Anyway, Santa Rebel Wine
Telling
Barrel
me.
fucking to like Brian. I'm gonna stuff that in.
Who's doing
Fuck Alice.
Alice can start making his way back. We need more figures.
I was going to write it all out, but it's like
And
I
Harry
remember
does
that
like
it's
reading on
already
Okay.
half of it's already there.
So, the two of you are now in some kind of armory.
Ooh, armor. What's it? Swords.
Swords, rapiers, axes, hammers, maces, mishmash of slightly damaged, slightly new weaponry.
Is there anything out of the ordinary? I mean, like extraordinary items, like anything cool
There's a pike! But otherwise, yeah, that's about it. They've got
Spears are dominant.
pretty standard. Yes. Spears! Oh, hail the mighty slug cat!
Yeah, I'm just gonna like, Corioto's just gonna take the spear. I'll drop the pillow, take the spear, and just like walk to Shiva. And just yeet it somewhere. Just yeet it in the direction of these guys.
Okay, can you roll to hit for both of your characters?
Oh yeah.
Just while it's going on, I'm just going to message Tanner.
Mhm.
Obviously visible. Are you going to attack that big ass creature in front of you?
No, it's escape time.
16 and 19.
25. 35.
So, who rolled what?
I'll tell it 16.
Okay, so you roll the barrel, it hits Tanner's armor and rolls away a little bit. The spear goes flying, and it embeds itself halfway into one of the monsters. Roll damage.
I don't know how much damage this spear does.
1d6.
I'll do what now?
1d6 plus your dexterity.
My dex.
Wee.
5. Damn. Where's the triple damage that spears do?
I calculated it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, a question. Does the triple is before the bonuses or after?
After.
After. Sweet.
Okay, so, we're gonna go with Tanner's turn.
Alright, cool. Where am I again? I'm not...
You're lying at the feet of the big imp one.
oh yeah, right. Okay. I guess I stand up then.
Yep, you stand up.
And, none of them are really focusing on me though, are they? They're all just sort of
The big
looking?
one is,
Yeah.
and the little ones are kinda...
Still after
Some of them are eating the Orc King,
Right.
but a lot of them have, like, heard the big ones cry, have shrunk back, and are kinda, like, starting to...
Oh, so it's a cry, not
Rave.
a scream, or...
Yeah, it's more like a roar and a cry.
Okay.
And yeah, they're looking, they're starting to, like, go, right, we should probably attack him.
Okay.
Is
You're like,
Tanner familiar with the Three Stooges?
I don't
Because
think
right
no.
now I would be going, whoop, 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 put my hand up like this.
No, I don't believe so. No, it's not even on my sheet. I'm going to see if I can, like, get away from them and towards everyone else.
Well, everyone else is everywhere.
Okay, well, and then
You can see Steve unconscious here. You can see Arcalis and Corioto over there, and everyone else is not visible.
I'm gonna go over to Steve.
Okay.
Because I feel like him being unconscious is probably a cause for some sort of concern.
You come in and you're able to see Sherman, George, because there's no actual hiding places.
And I'm going to ask what the fuck happened here.
Technical malfunction.
I do feel like the gold and all the
You're seeing
explosive
gold
stuff.
everywhere.
Correct? Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what the fuck happened here. Notes.
I'm crying.
How good, George? Pats you back.
Because all the gold that I have is just scattered everywhere now, and I know I can't possibly pick it all up.
Good luck. Sync. And are we syncing? We are
You see the
syncing.
bag of holding was missing from the revenue.
Yes. But
Maple was in that
Corioto
room.
can see it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's over here.
Oh.
Why aren't you syncing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's 29 stuff.
Why aren't you syncing?
I thought it was 30.
It's nearly, it might as well be. I can probably make it 30. I'll just try to
Anyway.
I need, level up again.
Yes. So, a few of these guys are gonna start moving over here. This one's gonna take note of these guys. Stomp forward. That's its behavioral patterns, right? Yes, it is. Cool.
Cool,
So it can now be a continuation of Tanner and Sharp's turn.
So what happens to you, Ryan? I see there's stuff to move.
So Brian is over here.
Oh, okay.
Are we just think properly now? Because I do want everything that
George, what was the wind? What happened? Why didn't you go into the cube? I don't understand.
I don't think she would know. Yeah.
The wind.
Where's this wind coming from? I've seen this wind around you
I think
before.
it's coming from me.
Can you control the wind?
A little bit. But my mum was. People said she was a really good sorcerer. And I think there was something else. I can't remember.
Is there still water on the floor in this room?
Yes.
No, I thought
There
you
we
were
go.
away.
Mostly.
Fucking hell.
Bit evaporating, yeah. Part of it flown out.
And now melt is evaporating. Ish.
Can you channel that wind across this water out this door towards those creatures so that you're actually flowing now? And essentially, as that water evaporates off, as it's pushing out, it's going to be blasting super cold air.
I can try. She jumps up onto the wooden pole, takes a deep breath in, pulls out her little music box, plays it, gives everyone in the room chills. Hut! And a little bit of wind. A little bit more wind. Massive wind.
And there's all the gold slide out.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And Steve slowly rolling along. These things get pushed back a bit and are a little shocked. They don't notice. This one turns around. Yeah. Wind. Bit of water spouting around. Get caught up a little bit.
Mm.
Cool. Ruby, what are you doing?
Are there any exits?
Not in here.
Okay, I will leave.
Oh, well, actually, no. Make a investigation check.
Okay. I got an 18.
You would have had something else on that as well. You would have had your at least your proficiency bonus on that.
Yeah.
So with +5, so you've got 23 on that minimum.
Natural 23.
Proficiency in that.
I was looking on Gumtree. My tummy's very cute puppies.
Aw.
Yes, you find the secret exit into the main room,
Okay.
where you see big gusts of wind, big scary imp thing, and stompers trying to surround the room.
Okay. Can I look for another exit, like, out of this cave?
Where do you want to search?
Can I try and move the orc corpses along so I can get in?
So you can actually just climb over these, if you want, or you can push the whole pile over.
Okay, I'm just gonna hop over them.
Alright, make a dex check.
8.
You scramble up, you get poked by a few swords, hurt by a few hot bits of metal and stuff, deterred by the stench, and you slip off at one, eventually.
Wait, where is she? What now?
She's trying to climb out the door.
Oh, that's
Okay, I'm gonna attempt again.
Roll again.
13.
That would be plus dex.
Remember what your dex was?
We said it was 3 so far.
About like 2.
Up 2. Yeah. Okay, so that's 15. Alright, you scramble up, you avoid the spots that were nasty before, you slip a few times, you're able to get to the top. We'll leave you at the top for now. You might hurt yourself on the way down.
How far apart are they? Like from like the first one apart, first one to me and the first one to me. How far?
Okay, so the closest one to you, this big one, is 10 feet, maybe.
Okay.
Not even. The furthest one over here would be around 6. Clearly a very to scale diagram.
What did Steve say earlier about? I missed it about the chess. It wasn't chess.
Checkers. He was playing checkers on this mountain. But he
was
said
playing.
that he wasn't, and he was in fact scouting out the castle.
Okay, so but that wasn't asked then. There was no further question asked. That wasn't.
No.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ruby was just like, oh, that makes it a little bit. Okay. So what are so what do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like kill them. Like I can't. I'm not sure.
Your
Banishment.
wispy friend is gonna suggest perhaps finding a way to get your friends out without putting anyone in danger would be best.
You just want to leave.
Maybe they might have treasure.
They might have what now?
Treasure.
Treasure. They might have treasure. So when friend tells me to leave,
Treasure.
why would you leave? Find a way out. Ooh, did
Quest get.
I can see you from where I am right now, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
He can't see you though.
I'm too short.
Do you have the purple smoke coming out of you again?
What was I saying? Yeah, did Ruben get the back?
No, she didn't. Didn't even notice.
Okay, so you just like see like Arcalis and Coyote like in time and like synchronize the top telekinesis and just begin to lift everything up. Like all the creatures, all the creatures.
They both. Everything fails. All the creatures in the room just lift up off the floor,
Yeah.
float in the air.
You said Steve was a human.
Yeah. Oh, you're lifting Steve as well.
No.
He could be unconscious again.
So he woke up.
No, but when he falls down, he smacks his head again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna chill there for a
Double
second.
kill.
Steve's
I
just rolling.
try and like compress them together. Like try and give them the group.
Okay. You group up all the baddies.
Remind me, Steve, am I getting any Brawl vibe?
No.
What was triggering us in that room?
100 completely useless.
What was triggering us in that room?
You just don't know.
Sorry, I'm just processing what happened on the room.
So we got all the gold and stuff. Are they gonna like return to solid, or is that like not happening?
What?
What?
What is happening?
Like we got gold and all melting.
Oh yeah, no, it's all solid.
That's all solid. Is it all one like massive solid piece?
Oh no, a lot of it's still separate.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like all of the shape of gold claims or no?
Not all of it. Part of it is melted together, but most of it is just still in coins.
Right. Okay.
I've given you super powerful hinty hint power.
I need to head to the back of that room and do investigation check.
Okay.
Back just to see if I can figure out what the heck was triggering everybody's.
Roll investigation.
That was 28.
You find a dead mouse.
A dead mouse. Is it elf?
It's beast.
Is it Faye that's transformed into it because it's got wild shape or something?
No.
No,
It's dead.
it's just dead. Cause of death?
Age.
Age.
Possibly heat stroke or suffocation.
Oh, I want to explore and there is any... Yeah, start exploring the room.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's just a rocky cave stone thing. Tanner.
Hmm?
What are you doing?
I'm writing. No.
Whoa, that's so...
Yeah, I kind of like yell out. You know the bag of holding over there? You can just get that and like click all the gold you lost.
You sent it to me.
I say that to everyone over there.
I'm at the back of the room. I can't see you.
I guess I could grab the bag of holding then.
What now? I listened more to the ceiling.
You obtain a bag of holding.
Sweet.
It is empty.
Not fully surprised. And I guess I do that. Like, just
Start just collecting gold.
collecting gold.
Okay, that'll take a little bit.
I'm gonna keep writing this.
Cool. George is blowing stuff around. Steve is rolling around. Ruby, do you want to make another dex check, please?
Okay. Got a 6.
I feel like Steve's important.
You slip and fall down the body pile thing, the amalgamate, taking 2 slashing damage on your way.
Okay, so I have
Um,
113.
You're right. Have a spare notebook for tonight. Yeah,
You want?
borrow this.
Okay.
Use the back of it.
Okay. Like, I'll use the last page.
Yeah, so 6 damage. You come out and you notice you're still at Mount Ark. There is lots of fiery red and orange stones all around the place. Large boulders here and there, and slightly to your right is a castle with a big red dragon.
I knew it. I knew we were still at Mount Ark.
You did tell us last session.
Did he?
That's last
No, I
session.
didn't.
Yeah, you said we blacked out and then woke up.
No, you did actually tell us in the new one.
Okay. Well, I mean, how far can orcs really carry a band of heavily armed dwarves?
Oh, yeah, we don't know how long we were knocked out for.
I guess, but I mean, how far are orcs willing to carry a band of
I
heavily
don't know.
armed
I don't know how
dwarves?
to survive wolves. I don't know how wolves exist.
Are you
Anyway.
willing to drag a dwarf cross country
Telekinesis.
in real life?
One of the dragons in here. One of our shot like this.
Dragon. Where's the dragon? I wouldn't do that now. No. Anyway, so they're just like flying there. Are they like within 20 feet of each other now?
Yeah, they're within like 2 inches of each other now.
Like the diameter of these guys. Are they like 20 feet now?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Oh, so if I really wanted to, I could trap them all.
Maybe 30 feet. Think about it. Yeah, if you squish them really hard, you can fit them in 30.
Oh, well, I can't. So, yeah. Anyway, they're just chilling there.
Unless you make them a ball.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you can definitely fit them in, like... Yeah, you can fit them in 20 feet. Just make them a ball. That makes sense.
Okay, then. You want, just because this is taking really long and I want to waste spell slots, I'm making a ball. And then, go with the cube. Can I try to make a cube?
The cube's got larger corners. Anyway, so it'll work.
Anyway, no, 20 feet, I pass 4 kicks to the ceiling and just trap them in the ceiling. Make it attached to the ceiling, because why not?
Okay.
That's it now.
How exactly does that spell work?
I don't actually know. It's okay. It's just cast a spell. Casting one thing of brain and one feet of metal. The prison in the shape of a cage can get 20 feet on its side. And then 12 inch, so 1.5 inch diameter claw space out 1.5 inch claw. You can just read this. I'm not going to comprehend any of that.
Oh, it's 6:30.
Wow. I think there's a lot of time today.
Oh, damn. Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, we just let them just hang there. I
Nice.
think we just like
George is gonna cut off her wind. Play her notes a little longer. Put them away.
you know, I just like twirl around the coins and just like throw them at Ryan's face.
Okay.
You guys want to make dex saves?
Like they're all coming at you. I'm not hesitating on them. They're all coming at you at full force.
You're
He
only
might
a
die.
wizard you're only a wizard and a cloaked one. That's not pretty hard.
You're right, but like full force.
Whoa. Thing.
Some of those is melted together, so they're using
Yeah, exactly. It's coins. It's metal coins. They're hitting the head.
Yeah. So everyone acting.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
that's what you're doing. You're still collecting coins.
Yeah, I'm shoving them
You
to
too.
Ryan's face.
I'm hopping out of here, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do next.
Help your friends get out.
Nah, they'll find a way out.
I figured something like that would be said.
Wait.
By the way, George looks pretty exhausted.
Okay.
Wait, I think I'm gonna scream from down there, saying like, "Hey guys, I found the way out. We're still at Mount Ark. I'm going. Bye."
George, we gotta bounce.
What?
So I'm gonna grab George
Yeah.
and start helping her
You just
down.
like grab George.
Pop her down off the thing. She's up on that log.
Wait, is
Yeah, I know,
is
but, like-
George the same size as Nikki?
She's exhausted.
A little shorter, yeah. I don't know how you're carrying George.
I'm not carrying her, I'm just saying to sort of
Yeah.
manhandle her off the edge.
Okay.
Up and down.
So she's like a cat and lands on her feet.
Yeah, she does.
Hey.
And then she finds a wall and starts bouncing off it.
Before the summon.
I can't. Yeah, I really don't want to go back and fight my last non-vegan session.
George looks at Steve, a little concerned.
Like, do you like this guy or
Little
something? Like,
confused.
jeez.
I really feel like he's important to us, George. We're going to try and drag him towards the exit.
Which one is collecting coins yet?
Wait, I think I'm
No.
going to continue screaming and
yeah, but
so
anyway,
they can follow my
no matter.
voice.
Sorry.
You'll hear Yuki screaming.
It's like she did this. She'll be fine.
It sounds like I'm a squirrel.
She's going ahead. She'll be fine. Anyway, Corridor and Othello start moving forward and, like, actually, like, trying to collect all the coins.
So, the two of you managed to put into the bag of holding on Ryan's sheet. Someone can write that.
Good luck.
There is
Use a
3,000.
use a notepad on the couple pages there.
In the bed. You mean, like, this page? Or you mean, like,
Can I see my coin post out there? My coin
what
patch
do you mean,
out there
this
anyway?
page?
Yes.
Is it accessible?
So, how much gold did you check in?
So there is a total of 3,407.
Is that including the
platinum.
gold I picked up earlier?
No, this is not including
Okay.
that.
3,000, how much?
3,407 platinum, 21 gold pieces, 77 silver pieces, and 82 copper pieces. The rest
80
is
what?
melted. No, 82 copper pieces.
And a buttload of
Well, you
platinum.
can remember that when you don't want it. Anyway, the rest of it melted. Can I store it into my... I also take out the book. My secret chest.
Secret chest? Oh yes, the ender chest.
Yeah.
In it goes.
Yep, cool. And I have some amount of gold.
You have a lump of gold.
A lump of gold.
Lump of metals, actually.
Lump of metal.
Lump of precious metals.
Lumpy lump. Not really that precious, let's be honest. Until they discover electricity, copper's useless. Gold is also pretty useless.
I find that very erroneous. Copper is extremely useful to me. The messaging.
Yeah.
What? What
Silver's also mildly weak, so that's pretty useful.
Silver's,
Is anything like-
silver's pretty good for weaponry if you melt it down enough.
Okay, if you tempered enough. But
Anyway,
I mean, compared to any other metal except gold.
Gold's shit.
So where is my...
She's lying on the ground.
Is there anything else in it? Is there anything small enough to fit in
There's probably a duct tape on.
there? Acorns are...
anyway,
Every time I empty pouch,
Nice and roasted.
I use my telekinesis to just like shift the body out of the way so it doesn't pop off.
Oh, yes.
But
right,
I'm telling doing that. Corridor's going back to the pillows.
What else is there?
Is Callus able to... Who casts Forcage? So he can't cast telekinesis.
Why not?
Because it
Because the
breaks the
concentration
Forcage. There's 2 concentration spells.
It's not concentration.
They are concentration.
It's the duration of 1 hour. It doesn't take concentration.
Really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I mean,
I mean,
why
I don't
not?
know, did telekinesis, the fucking 4K ruin telekinesis?
If they're both concentration spells, then yes.
Well, I mean, telekinesis is, but 4K isn't.
So then no.
So then no.
Forcage just works and telekinesis keeps going.
Yeah, okay.
And you've moved the mound of stuff.
Can I like stuff them into the 4K?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's how it works. I just dropped them underneath the 4K.
I'd like to search on those bodies.
The melted ones, the half eaten, half melted ones have bit of weaponry, bit of meat, and very loose fitting mishmash armor. It looks like they were fighting before they died.
What sort of weapon are these? Basic.
Just basic swords, lances, potatoes.
I'm talking about their bodies. I'm talking about their weapons. Okay. I call out to Tanner. Did you explore any of those other corridors?
No, only just the one.
I explored the corridors.
Oh yes, you see Meat Pile move. And you can see your friends again. It's been so long.
What will happen now?
You guys can see Yuki standing outside the cave now.
Okay.
Looks like
You know
there
what I'm gonna
were
do
some
next?
kind of like drawings or something.
I realized that I have
It's
no idea who
hard
my
to
parents
see or make out anything.
and my father
The
didn't
walls are
fate.
quite rough and the
So I
pit
think I'm gonna
drawings
go
are quite
look for my
old.
mother
So,
because
You can ask someone
I
in
lived in a
particular to
tiny
look at
home
them
and I was very poor.
or try.
Does anybody recognise any of these drawings on the walls?
So, both my characters look at them.
I think your characters are picking up pillows.
Yeah, but isn't he backbending? Well, he can,
How many pillars are you picking up?
3. He's probably gonna do that with telekinesis, or, his hand.
Wait, which one's the one with the elbows and the nuts?
Correct.
Is that the one that's picking up the pillars?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to take a bit longer.
He's
He's
just
Pick
gonna
it
be
up,
like,
falls down. Pick it up
and
again, it falls
telekinesis
down.
at the moment.
he just
He
gonna be
has-
like,
he has 2 ways to pick up the pillows, which is, his magical hands or telekinesis.
Or his nubs, there's a third way.
And then there's Nub.
Yeah, you can
You
nub.
can
Depending on how soft
can
they
just
are,
nub.
if they're soft, they're just going to collapse and just sort of like.
He can
You can nub the pillows.
Nub. No.
But that's a firm thing. You try picking up something that's really, really soft. If it's like really
If you
nice.
push it in
quality,
hard enough, it'll be fine.
well, it's just going to be nub to nub then.
Anyway,
What do you mean? I
Carlson-
wrestle with my pillows all the time. You can do it.
Carlson interrogates.
I wrestled a
Carlos
dog.
looks at the wall and tries to make out.
You can make out stupidity and orc.
What is that? What it says?
No. It's just random bullshit orc drawings.
Was it like orcish or is it orc drawings?
Just orc drawings.
I
It looks
can
like
make
it
that out.
may have been tribal stuff, or one of them drank a bit too much.
It's just
Great.
tribal scribblings and or gibberish,
Orc.
orcish stuff. Yeah, it's not exactly very important to me or any of us really.
I don't understand why we're here.
Well, I've been kidnapped, so you know.
Oh, yes. You hear a bing.
Machine that goes. Ping.
No, not a machine. You hear something. It's in your pocket.
Oh. Then I investigate.
Is it the cube?
Okay, so you pull out your map
Oh yes, my map.
with the 3 dotty dot dots,
Thank you.
and one of the dots are blinking yellow, and another dot has appeared in the southern side of the region.
And where is that yellow dot that's blinking?
On you. Where you are.
Right where I am.
It is on Mount Ark.
So somewhere above me, possibly, or somewhere below me. Or somewhere on the same level as me. How close to where I am? Is there a...
It's too large, it just encompasses all of Mount Ark. But it wasn't blinking before whilst you were walking through the Underdark. So,
What does this mean? I'm not sorry. I must have missed the memo on that.
yeah, no, this is the only... the important part of the story that only Sherm went to. But I heavily implied that everyone should go to.
Did I miss that?
Yes.
No.
Didn't you?
You were told to go here too. But everyone else was like, no, let's go drinking or something. Something like that.
So I have a map, which I wasn't supposed to take.
Is
But
this like with the witch doctor and stuff?
Yes.
If he went separately from...
The
Coriolis
shape
was doing his own little thing. You know, too busy flying
I
on a
think-
whale.
I'm pretty sure only Harry and Sherm went there, and Sherm had the important items and stuff to trigger story event.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I was
Yeah,
busy
you
flying
were
on a
all
whale.
meant to go together.
I went back there later though.
Yeah.
And I think I got a copy or something. I got.
I
told
think
what
Tanner.
the main- I got told what the main story was as well.
Right.
I went back to the witch doctor and asked what the hell was he doing.
I don't think you would have been told main story.
What?
You didn't have the stuff to be told what the main story is.
There was a globe thingy and she just pointed at stuff. Or was I asking about the king? I don't know.
Something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Your map is blinking
Wait,
with its eyes.
eyes. Yellow. The other dots are still red, right?
Yes, the other dots are still red.
This one's now yellow and blue.
Guys, we're being recorded.
Yes.
yeah, Ryan, screw you too.
It's so that I can sit late at night and listen to all our creepy
Shenanigans.
voices
In conversation.
as I slowly lull myself to sleep.
Does anybody know that I have this map?
Then
Have I
Hickman,
showed that to anybody that you
No,
can
no
recall?
one knows you have the map or the egg.
the egg.
Yeah, I've got the egg. I'm keeping that to myself for the moment.
Wait, I have an egg.
You have an egg?
I just have a random egg. I don't know why I have it.
Wait, what egg?
It's just a normal egg.
Hang on, what? Where'd you get an egg from?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just have an egg.
You had 36,000 chickens.
Like,
It's
this is
completely
this is
reasonable
from
to think
before
that you
that.
would have an egg.
This is from way before that.
I'm
I
going
just have a random egg.
I'm going out on
Good
a limb and
evening.
saying you
The
have
library
more.
will be closing in 15 minutes.
I think
one egg.
We will
I
reopen
think I got
tomorrow
rid of
at
it.
9:30
Well,
a.m.
I had
dimensions
one. I
don't
know
probably
this.
has
Please see a staff member.
72,000 eggs in there by now.
Sounds like some naughty chip.
I have a mighty young person.
Meta, I have no intention of telling anybody about that stone or that egg just yet. I'm still very untrusting of the party based on the information I was given versus what I've seen prior to passing out. And this is something that you don't know about. This is why it's mattering.
Yeah, but like,
So I'm still reserving my decision as to whom to pass it to.
Yeah.
It'll occur after investigation. Further investigation. You never got to do your book thing with me either. We haven't had that book conversation yet.
I know
Yeah,
what
I was
I'm
like,
going
I
to
showed
do
you the book because
now that I am
the
out
book we
of
got
Mount
from
Ark.
No, you're halfway up Mount Ark.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't
Okay,
there when
how
what
exactly
happened.
am I going
But
to
a
get
lot of people
out?
like were seriously hurt or seriously hurt.
Climb
we'll
down the
find out.
mountain, do
But we
the
got the
story
book from the
quest.
present. And,
Wait. I think I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
it's really
Coyote
good,
to
yeah,
come
I'll
up here and
find-
necro step right through the wall.
This is the same room that's on this
So
page.
then maybe
Right.
it makes an opening through the wall
Who gave
that
you
I
this
can just
book?
climb out
I
of.
don't know. I'm assuming whatever
Wait,
friend that
what?
Yuki had. That
You're outside.
That wasn't there
Oh,
for.
so
Have you read the book?
I have
You're
no-
outside on the side of
rules
Mount Ark.
depict a lot of
Okay.
curses.
I've decided to do something
And,
like a little while
maybe
This
ago.
is Mount Ark.
or-
Here's the castle.
Or, you know, just
Here's
open the
you.
book like an idiot. Hey, I mean, I'm not one to judge.
This pendant
Here's the
with
Underdark.
that rune
Okay,
protects me
I've decided that
From
I am going. That I'm.
the fell.
That I am
I
lacking
fear
motherly love
reading that book
because I have no idea who my parents are. But I know
reverse
that my father
my
disappeared to an
infection.
unknown
I
fate, and I lived in a house. I was
Very
poor,
well then.
so I've decided to go look for my mother.
Well, I guess I can just continue. I just start working on
So I'm guessing I have to roll like either
Bad idea.
You
investigation.
know, Tanner, would you
No.
like to read this book?
Can
I
you
saw
tell me
purple smoke when we first
specifically what
woke
you're
up in
going
the
to
cave.
do?
I saw purple smoke.
Oh.
But
coming
before
from you
that, can I
looks
get a checkup on what
exactly-
everyone here's doing? They're just talking whilst these monsters are up here and the opening's open, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
We're kind of actually just stepping back. We've just reversed time a little. When we were in the cave, when we first had that thing, we missed. Remember we started talking about the book when
I'm confused, man.
you
Yeah,
said,
we
can we
don't
do
need
this
that.
part first?
Yes.
So this should have happened straight when all of that was happening before we actually left the,
Oh, okay.
the cave. This is just after the smoke's come off of him,
Yes.
and
Oh,
I'm actually questioning that purple smoke, saying that looks very much like what I see when I
Okay.
become fell.
Which probably won't. Don't worry, keep going.
So we're just having that quick
How much do I
conversation.
know about this curse, by the way? 'Cause it's like
Which curse you
the
got?
spell curse. I mean, it's
Oh.
like you know, I'm inflicted with it. But like, do I know what it's called?
No.
And do I know what it is? And do I know what like happens?
Has it fully enveloped you yet?
Yeah, I believe I'm apparently on the same level as about you where you are.
I'll be back.
Apparently,
Okay.
or somewhere close to the level you are. I'm higher than Tanner at least in the progression.
That smoke is completely recognisable to me.
Maybe we were afflicted with the same thing. I mean, I saw this weird creature in one of my dreams that probably
What
had
did it
something to do
look
with it. Was it yellow eyes or something?
Do they have
Six
red eyes?
big red eyes.
Red eyes?
6 of them?
I don't know about that.
Was it more than 2?
A year ago. Hey, I haven't found this information on it, so I can't tell you much either. I've been trying to figure it out.
Where did you see this creature?
Where did I? Well, I mean, in the dream.
Black
In the
plain, some kind of cliff, purple smoke everywhere.
Yeah. I
With
don't
the
know.
eyes on the horizon?
I don't think so. And I just kind of saw a creature, and she told me a weird thing.
She.
I think it's a she. Is it a she? I'm pretty sure it's a she.
She had purple hair.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get this cutscene very well. Because
You
it
did.
happened.
You
I
just
didn't
had it like a year ago in real life.
I didn't even get it.
Oh, so this is-
No, I like didn't even get it at all.
Oh, okay. Then yes.
I mean, I got terms, little details, and descriptions of
Then yes, it would have been you were on a cliff. Everything was black with thick purple smoke. 6 red eyes told you welcome to the fell, all that stuff.
Welcome to the Fell. So I actually know it's called the Fell.
Maybe, I guess.
I mean, I could draw that conclusion. I guess I drew the conclusion. I think
So
I'm
6
expecting
red
the
eyes?
Fell. 6 red eyes and a horizon purple smoke. So I'm assuming the purple smoke something to do with that.
I can help you. I know.
I haven't seen much about this, and I haven't, had any side effects from it. Aside from, some reasons I'm a lot flimsier than I used to be, and I can talk a lot easier.
What's your alignment?
My alignment was it neutral or kind of neutral?
Alignments are a concept just for the game. Your characters don't actually have a perception of what their alignment is.
I don't know. I don't think I had one.
The red eyes are a friend.
The red eyes are a friend. I'm not sure how much I want to believe that.
The red eyes are a friend.
Can I call you a friend?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like we're not really trusting each other here.
There's no trust, but we are of the same path.
I'm neutral, but whatever.
Hello, friends. It is morning, said Steve.
Steve's awake again.
Yeah,
Well,
because, you know,
this is coming up.
I'm going to say for the purpose of, you know, because you guys didn't get around to this, it's happening now.
Okay.
And you're just like, hang on, there was that. Because that's how it should happen.
Yes.
What's happening?
It's happening right now.
What is
Whilst
happening?
Yuki and George are just sitting outside waiting for you all.
I think I'm going to engage in conversation with George.
Next time on. Actually, we've still got 10 minutes. If anyone wants to keep talking, I'll be 3 characters up
I
once.
have just finished typing up the entire thing with you. So.
I do not want to read that book.
Fair. I mean, I'll go ahead and read it once I
You
do
guys
the
got a
stupid
book?
runes. With the customer.
Yeah.
What's
Got
about this entire thing to
Hang on. Send it to me as an email. It'll probably be easier.
I'm thinking, which could he possibly talk
Whose
about?
birthday was it? Happy birthday!
Thank you.
There is much.
It was my birthday yesterday.
You seem to be on
And
I think I'll tread my own path on
I
this
had an
one.
argument with a physicist.
I think that's probably the smart option here.
Talking about relative theory.
I'll figure out what the spell is.
Talking about
Stuff happens to me.
the bubble effect.
Not good. I mean, hey, so far I've got a headache, so
It was really funny.
I don't think that's a good thing.
He definitely knows more than
Personally, I like thinking and using my head. So if I get headaches all the time, I'd rather not.
You get the headaches with the smoke.
You know
And, there's a correlation between them.
You feel.
Yeah, it's a lot of correlation.
There are good things on the other side.
We'll see.
It's not something
In our eyes.
I'll see with my own. I'll see with my own 2 eyes and my senses. Magic.
Theory of how the universe comes to be.
I'm sure as soon as we find some Fae, I'll show you the fun.
Did you see Upheld Clever? Like, beware of Fae.
No, it's
What
probably
did
one
you
of
say?
the most unlikely.
I have no idea what
things.
It's not like
showing me
fairies.
from
Fairies are
Beware of
like
I recreated Gabriella.
Like,
I said, once we
I
find
recreated
some Fae, I'll show
Gabriella.
you some fun.
I flirted my way through a dungeon.
yeah, I'm just gonna write. Beware of Fae. Beware of Ender's fun. Ender's way of fun. I also need to pick. Did I pick a familiar for the spell yet? Or am I just gonna?
No, you chose an element.
Am I just gonna like?
Right, an element, you still need a.
I still need to do that. I can get on to that. I really should do that. I really hate this feeling.
How are your energy levels for walking?
How my energy levels for walking.
Yes. Do you want to wait while I pop down to Coles? Do you want to walk to Coles? What do you want to
Thank you
I can walk.
for letting me use this.
do? I need
Oh,
to
that's
try and
good.
make a selection of
I'll
frozen foods that I can
update your
get home.
health when I get home.
And guys,
You need to update it on your own sheet too.
guys,
I don't think my thing.
can I show you a really funny video on my phone when we get outside?
Sure.
I do get you that way.
I'm looking.
Oh, haven't you come with it?
No, I'm looking at
Oh, you are.
Are you on the phone?
No, I'd rather walk.
Oh, I see. Okay, fine.
No, it's not
No, no,
because
no, no, no,
it's,
no.
no, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no.
It's because I haven't really exercised at all.
No. It's okay.
Yeah, you have just been stuck in your room the entire time.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Please stop using the offended tone. It's actually
No.
hurting me.
It's not offended. No.
No, that's taken. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's totally
Damn,
fine.
I'm sorry.
That's how it is.
Really? No.
Oh, dear.
You people are horrible.
I'm not butthurt.
You're a puppet.
Oh my god! I dropped my phone
GG.
and then covertly caught it.
That's an interesting way of saying
And you're right.
I'm just like,
that's not so at all. But alright.
So, what are you people doing here? I got mugged.
You got mugged, kids. No, you're getting mugged.
I still want to.
I want that mug that says "Don't mug me," but
Oh my gosh.
I can. Yeah, I was gonna say I can think you print that now.
Does nobody else wonder why we were transitioning
What do you
while we're in
mean?
the cave?
What do you mean?
No.
You were going. You
Oh,
were,
that. Oh, yeah. No, I have no clue what it is. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
I know,
all that, which
Is
you know
nobody
you should
else curious?
definitely be able to pinpoint in like half a second, and then I gave you a clue and
You give
We
me a
didn't take
clue?
it.
I drew something
You said
on
the
the board.
stone.
Yeah, what was that? What was that on the... Well, I don't know what it is.
I drew a mountain.
Okay, cool.
You drew a mountain.
I drew a mountain.
Is it because of where we are?
That was to show Ruby where we are. But I drew something else on the board.
I
Hey,
didn't
Siri.
say that. I wasn't focusing on the.
That's all good.
I missed everything.
Yeah, no, you should know what transition.
Yeah.
Okay.